businesswoman. Yeah, of course, I had a background being a beauty queen and also a fashion model. I did print ad during my younger years.
You were a teenager?
Yes.
Or
I have a talent manager. I have a talent scout. And I believe most of the people in the media with us, kakilala nyo rin. Yes. So, well, that's the reason why I also met Madam Baby Go, because we have the common friend on the fashion industry. So actually, we became very close when we met. And since I have this background, what happened there, I was also on the business of the solar. So that's what I do. Solar power. Yeah.
How did you enter the solar power? Solar panels?
I entered the solar power business kasi my husband is the owner of our company and Mr. William Chiwan Ngay. So he's a Ngay. Nancy Golf Alpha India. NGAI.
Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese. He's from Hong Kong. So he's Canadian Chinese. So he's mixed already. Very Western already the mentality. Okay, and he did business here. It's not the first time. He was doing telecom even before.
You met him here?
Yes, I met him here. I work in a telecommunication company. That's where I met him. So from there, of course, we get together and we escalate our telecom business.
You got married
And the reason why I got involved in the business kasi he was already doing solar sa China.
even before you met him.
Before I met him, when I met him, we're in the telecom business. If you can remember, yes, both of us. He's doing the paging info page. Yes, so we're info page group. So he also did Nextel, the 4-in-1 telecommunication company. And also, yeah, you can do the walkie-talkie, the mobile phone, the texting, and then the paging all at one time. So, since now,
the officer.
no, he owns the company. He brought the technology here in the Philippines. He had his own telecom license when he did that here. So he is really our chairman also and founder there. I worked with him at first as a customer service associate. Then
What is the name of the
Infocom. It's Infopage. Infocom Communications. Yeah, so
What thing is customer
service associate, and then I moved to sales, and then I got promoted, then I become executive assistant in the executive office. So
That's his office.
yeah, so I did not meet my husband, like where we become friends right away. I really work.
He was his boss. You were his boss.
He's
He
my
was-
boss.
He was your boss.
Actually, he's not my direct boss kasi he's the boss of the real company. So he's the big boss. So I just really got promoted until I got to the executive level.
Closely.
Yes, I get to work closely with him. Like I really climbed the ladder to get
Work
there.
hard.
Yeah, I worked hard. Yes, so he did not really especially iron me. Although he did, but I really escalated my job from
That's
him.
really the school.
Yeah, so
It's your hard work.
well,
What did he tell you? What did he notice you all the customer reps?
siguro not just even on the managerial level. Well, you can tell you have a beauty queen and a model in a company, right, who works hard and perform. So that triggered the interest
But
there.
what did he tell you? Like, what caught his eye? Like, of course, you're
Ah.
beautiful, besides that.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. Like, define me like beauty and brains. That's what he really told me.
What did you finish college?
I graduated in University of the East Manila with a bachelor degree in business management.
Business management. So you put it in good use as a customer.
Not just customer rep, it's on the management side. On the management side.
Yeah. And you saw how you act. Was it instant chemistry? When he said he admired your beauty and your brains.
I would say that because we became very good friends.
Friends.
We become really good friends. Yeah, before anything. Actually, nobody can tell that we're boyfriend and girlfriend because we work under one company, right? So we're really very professional. But
Even if you had that.
yeah, yes. But to us, we started really as friends. We became very good friends. So course, I know what's happening with the company and all. So I was just there, like guiding him as a friend. He's the big boss. He can decide on his own.
As if I can say, and then we were giving him pieces of advice, which would be useful. So probably that's how the feeling grew. But nothing ever made your office mates never notice secret from them. Of course, you can help them.
Yes, they never get to
So
notice.
it was in the office professional. You were able to divide. How?
Yes, I was able to really.
Yeah. You draw the line between professional
Yes.
and personal. Was it hard?
No, because when I remember, if you will, if my husband is here, he will be telling you, I really talked to him and I told him that when we become boyfriend and girlfriend, I even know the setting kung saan kami nag-usap noon, like this is our situation, right? So, he understand. So I told him that we cannot, of course, he's the big boss, he cannot put that in the workplace and all. We're really very professional. Actually, with ang bibi ko, sabi niya nga hindi ko malalaman na mag-asawa si Jenny at si William kung hindi sasabihin talaga ni Jenny na asawa niya si William. Nobody can tell. Even maybe the media can tell. Because I call him Mr. Ngay. I get used to it. Kasi I work with him. Mr. Ngay, sir. Even in the office up to now, that's how I call him. So, when we go out, most people really cannot tell. Not until like when we finish our job,
It's
we go
not
to the home.
first
Yeah, so like on a weekend, like because he's also our family friend, like when we go out, they know already they're really husband and wife. And we have 3 kids. We have 3 boys.
So you travel from Manila to more space?
Yes, so he traveled a lot from not until this COVID. So he usually travel Hong Kong, China, and then Philippines. But now he's staying here more often. But since the travel is going back or resuming, so he can get to travel again. Because we have operations also in China and Hong Kong.
So your boys stay with you in Manila?
Yes, we stay with him.
How many, what are their ages?
I have 18, all boys, 18, 10 years old, and 8 years old.
Ano sila? They big gap.
Yes, you know why? Because yeah, we planned it. And we have feng shui. So as a Chinese businessman,
It's facing the children.
you know, he's very lucky. Right? Kasi he was able to have a kid on a chosen year of the feng shui that he wants. So he wants to have a year of the dragon, a year of the monkey, and a year of the
And
horse.
you're so lucky, ha?
Yeah, and I was so lucky that I can have a kid also on that year or that moment. Yeah, so they have conventional Chinese like they usually have.
So, as a Filipina married to Chinese Canadian, so you have to make adjustments because I'm sure his family is different from Filipino. You have to adjust to the values.
I think the adjustment I would say is that Filipinos, Tayo Filipino, we have a very big family, right? Normally, when we have a lot of tradition, we like gatherings, but then they only have a small, yeah, they only have a small family, right? And of course, they're very business focused. So, and then we have a big gap, me and my husband, right? We have an age gap.
What is the age gap?
Oh, he will not want me to reveal that.
But it's also very big.
Yeah, it's a big age gap. But imagine like I was able to be there.
You also have to adjust with the syempre.
Yeah, the mentality, the orientation.
Sa states for music na lang.
Yes.
Generation na, yun.
Yeah, the fashion, the music, correct. That's true. That's really true. But we can get along very well because
I can see
probably the more on the business side.
Yeah, because you're business-minded is all.
Yeah, it's just me.
And your
Yes.
children is are you training the children?
Of course, to my sons, whatever they prefer, whatever they choose to be. Like my eldest son is more on the creative arts and media, so he focus more on that.
So he's in college na. He's taking much after the creative.
The creative media management. So he likes that. Oh, the one that you're doing, he creates movie, he creates music production, he creates animations. So he's into that. He likes to, and he's very good at art. There's something common about my kids. They're very good into art. So they're gifted into that, and they like music. They can play different instruments.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gifted. I would say that they're gifted on that aspect.
So they're different from their dad in that, and you in that, but into business.
No, because my husband, the hobby is music. He play guitar.
So they're exposed to music.
They're very exposed to music. So that's something they share to common.
So going back to your business, so you are now, what is the position, your position now?
I'm the co-founder and president.
Co-founder and president. So your role is like the second hand. You're the second.
Yeah, of course.
Man, you're the
Anything on the internal or anything on the corporate side, that is my job scope. Of course, anything on the external, operations, especially on the technical side, my husband really like supervises that.
You're in charge of the personnel. I see. So you complement each other. It's a technical, so you do it.
Yeah, so I'm on the, his actually is more on the technical financial. I'm more on the business development, the business planning, the modality, and anything internal in the organization.
So you're very busy yourself.
Yes, we're very busy. So what's not easy having a husband and wife relationship like this, like what you're saying, time management, right? And of course, you have to divide your personality. We have split personality. So the split, yes, because you know that's very important. Split personality in such a way that from this morning up to this evening, this is how our role is, especially when we're inside or outside the office. And anything outside of that, of course, like there's your relationship, yes. So it's very important to maintain balance. Otherwise, you both lose balance. And my husband's very workaholic. But he works, I would say he works almost 24/7. That's his lifestyle already.
Because there's some wives diba, would like to, at least have some play.
Because like somehow
You do the job.
I do the job already. And of course, I'm the jolly personality and the cheerful kind of personality in the family. So I put it on that particular level. As much as he wants to do it, but I feel in the gut. Because I met him that way. Right? It's like that. So I think that's one of the advantage of working with him and meeting him because I get to adjust already on the lifestyle.
You don't mind. And yeah, you work with him, so the work is really part of his life.
Yeah.
You are part of the work. But his personality. You're more relaxed.
Of course, it's more strict, direct. That's why I said we have split personality. We have to separate our personality being business people to being parents and husband and wife.
How did you bring a Filipina? Yung sa his decision in the company because his feeling is different ways.
Well, the good thing about it, because the market is actually within the Philippines. I get nationwide. So I get to understand the lifestyle of the Filipino, the need of the Filipinos. So of course, I would say that my husband, I really count on to my suggestion, to my ideas. He support that. He support that 100%.
Does he speak the language? English ka sa bahay, even yourself.
Yeah, all our kids, yeah, they speak. And they're Canadian citizen. Kasi he's Canadian.
So you are also married, but you're also
No, because I have to stay there.
to stay.
In Canada. So I did not get my citizenship because I don't want to leave Philippines.
You're Filipino. You don't want to
I-
if your boys are,
Yes, they are.
because you are
No, it's my choice. It's my only choice.
kasi siguro ito mas na-advantage because you get advice that this is these are the places that we are.
Yes. That's what we really do. We align it that way.
So, you know that global warming is a big thing. Space and solar is the solution. What have you done? How was it so far? How many, what is the
Our company for the solar is actually SunSmart Solar Power Technology. It's been like 6 years in the Philippines. So we tap particularly yung mga area na walang source ng power, yung mga tatawag natin far-flung area, yung mga rural or unenergized area. So of course, let's say, imagine the area of Masbate, Marinduque, the isolated areas of Romblon,
So you go
areas of
there?
Palawan. Yes, I've been there. So we particularly serve this area. Doon kami po positioning. Kami yung, I would say na kami yung unang solar power company who chose the challenge to energize this area.
Was it hard at first?
Of course, it's hard at first. It's hard at first, but then, like me, I'm young, I'm dynamic, right? It's like an adventure to me. It's like, imagine, right? I get to travel within this area. These are mostly tourism area. These are the area that are preserved. You get to be there. So it's part of my adventure, and then still it's part of my job. Then it's part of your achievement when you see that you've been to that area and then you get energized.
Yeah, and you see that all the people without
Yes, yes. Yeah, they were really so happy. Yeah, we experienced that. We had this, so this kind of business that we have is really more on sustainability development, right? So these are part of the SDG or Sustainable Development Goals, like beyond profiting, di ba? Some people, they do the business, they just would like to make the profit, leave it there. But to us, we leave an impact on that area. So the recall is very high, like, oh, Sasmart brought power in this area. They remember that particularly. So that's what I would say na kaya rin biglang nakilala rin yung company kasi may niche. May niche siya eh, may niche. So, ay yung niche niya pa, nandun sa heart ng mga Pilipino na may hirap yung lugar, na walang accessibility. So, we tap those areas.
Nakausap niyo ba yung barangay?
Yes, we do.
Doon muna kayo step one.
Yes, so usually we go from barangay level and then to the mayors. We also talk to the governors. Of course, within this area, there are also some private players. So, we tap them. We tap them and then provide the solution.
So it's quite a long job. It's a hard job. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's what they said. So imagine like how many more we have, like the goal of the energy sector is to energize and achieve yung 100% electrification. Just like what the president mentioned, there should be no area left in the dark. But how can we extend those transmission lines to get to the mountains, to get to those islands, to get to this kind of area na up to now, wala pa silang development kasi nga walang kuryente. That's the area we have.
So
So
we
we,
plan to do that.
because of our technology can particularly energize this kind of area. It's a different type of solar power technology. We call it microgrids. So instead of putting up major solar farm that you require hectares and hectares of land, we put up our microgrid power station and can energize from one city to one barangay and complete that as a one city. So we decentralize these power stations. So to us, you don't really need to put up a major farm there. Yeah.
Grids.
Yeah, because if you put up one central power station just to energize one area, you already wasted the land. But if you just put that power within that area or community that's needing it, then all you have to do is to serve from here and duplicate it to all the others. So we introduce what we call now as decentralized energy. So Sunsmart is a decentralized energy. The kind of energy we have right now is centralized. So when you have a centralized energy, of course, you incur a lot of power losses kaya hindi na siya umaabot dun sa malalayang bahay. So, kasi kailangan maabot yung central power station, yung malapit na mga constituents. But if you bring that power station right there and then, kung saan may intermittence, kung saan may gap, then that resolve the scenario. Our technology can do that.
So yung mga decentralized.
Yes. So,
Yung mga
yung mga remote, yung mga far-flung or tinatawag natin ngayon GIDAs. Geographically isolated disadvantaged area. Now, when we do that, try to imagine those schools, which we call now last mile school, right? Schools.
Eskwelahan.
Mga eskwelahan. Ang daming eskwelahan. Wherein students have to walk 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We experience and witness ourselves students who have to swim just to get to school.
Nasa Jessica Soho.
Yeah, we really witnessed that. And I will say that we become a partaker also on providing power on those kind of school. So, and that kind of scenario, up to now, we are already in this digital world. How many schools are left without having access to digital education because there's no power. Never mind that there's no connectivity. There's no power that they can be able to access connectivity. But once you have the access to power, then you can access water, connectivity, anything. Right? So it's a major component.
So have you experienced, Ms. Jenny? So in this school, in this area, there was no school. Children have to swim. Because of your company, they were able to reverse their own school. Meron ba ganun? Someone put up a school so they don't need to swim anymore. They can just, I don't know, walk.
On the one school that we particularly
Is it
went,
that?
when we witnessed this, just after a year, I believe the politician really addressed the concern because it was featured all over media, and they put up the bridge. But what Masbate? Yeah. I forgot the area, but it's somewhere in Masbate. So what I'm trying to say, it takes one person or a group of person, example like what the PC Good Heart Foundation is doing, that they cater also mainly doon sa malalayong lugar to do the missionary work. Kasi doon nakikilala yung mga lugar na yun. So like us, if we will not brave ourselves to particularly go on those areas, how will people know na ganun yung situation ng mga tao doon? How will they be improved?
So you're able to do it in Masbate.
Yeah. We also have done it in some areas of Palawan. Okay, also Bohol, even Mindanao. Okay, so we've been everywhere already.
How do you find out which areas need help? Do you have a team of
Yeah, we have really we have a team and we do our research and study. We conduct our feasibility studies as well.
So first you have a feasibility study.
Yes.
Tapos this area needs solar power. Then you talk to the
LGU.
LGU.
Yes.
Then
Then we
we
provide
Ito lang,
them,
ano,
we give them
lighting.
our modality and
Ganda ng
program for solar power development.
Ano? Maganda yung lighting.
and then you start. It's hard because and it's expensive also.
Well, that's true, but that's part of the operations that we have to take. And we have a group, in SunSmart, mostly our group of engineers, very young engineers, because exactly we travel from one place to another.
Aren't you, so you have a lot of traveling to do. Aren't you scared for your safety? Yes.
And then,
Some are NPA infested areas.
we've been on those areas too, but working with the local government. Then the security, the partnership is built there. Yeah, they actually that's the one thing I like also like working with the government because they really ensure your safety. They make aware of your presence on the site. They acknowledge your participation. So to me, I think that is being addressed. And of course, on the side of my husband, being a husband, of course, the concern is there. If you will be asking him, he doesn't want to. We just really want the engineers to be there. Most of they're foreigner, so of course to them, no, the husband's side, right? So for them, it's quite risky.
And he
to
looks
also-
forward to Pinoy.
No, he looks Pinoy.
Okay lang.
Yes.
But he doesn't speak it that well.
He's a bit Tagalog. So I think we were able to overcome that.
And your job is a nice job. You work with engineers.
Yes.
I don't know what else we.
I work with our engineers, our sales, our product support group. I deal directly with clients. I'm the one who present SunSmart. I'm the face of SunSmart, I would say. So I get to know more about the company. So me interacting and really involving myself beyond the operations of the company matters a lot to me because that's where I get to learn more and what's needed to expand the business model.
And what did you learn throughout 6 years? 6 years of being in the business.
So one of the biggest learning is really to really adapt to most people regardless of their level and status in life. Because the goal of SunSmart, we have this advocacy. We summarize it as elements. Elements means elevating livelihood, empowering mankind, engaging nature to sustainability. Because SunSmart is more of a heart with work and passion company. Most of the people who really work with SunSmart was able to adapt into this passion. So to us, adaptation, not just on the area, not just on the lifestyle of every Filipino, learning what do they really need to be able to elevate them is really important.
For instance, you've talked to, I don't know, indigenous people.
Yes, I did.
Tapos, syempre, you have to talk to their language. Diba, mga dialect yan, diba? Ganyan, marunong ka mag-say.
No, but most of the IPs that I met can talk either English or Tagalog because they have usually the tribe heads. At the
But
time.
then, you answer them the other traditional.
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes.
It was interesting.
So that's why I said that's the educational part that I was able to enrich myself. So maybe some businessmen, they really like focus more on doing the business. But to us, we understand really the need of the Filipinos. We saw the situation, we physically been on the site, like me, I've been physically on the site. So it motivates you to do more, to do beyond what you're doing.
Like, for instance, alam ko mga Igoras to do this traditional burying their dead, parang they hang them, no? So,
Well, I've been on Lake, you know what, that area, I would say in the province of Benguet, very, very patriotic, very much culture-based, na-appreciate ko talaga yon. And to me, sabi ko nga, dapat hindi yun nawawala sa atin. Kasi dapat hindi nga rin sila binabago sa panamit nila or like in their own language because that's the richness of our culture. Imagine if we have to remove that, right? Then ano nang natira? Doon sa mga indigenous areas natin. And